Hello, this is Kenneth Wong, contributing editor for Desktop Engineering magazine. I want to tell you about a mythical creature, a half-human, half-horse beast, a centaur. You'll find him in Homer's Iliad, Ovid's Metamorphoses, and a few other classical works. So why should you care? Well, there's a pretty good chance he'll turn up in a cloud near you. No, not this cloud. This cloud, the computing cloud in the network. And the way to get there is through the portal inside Autodesk Inventor 2011. Project Centaur is the code name for a design optimization technology currently in closed beta. It's a plugin that creates this optimization menu. Let me show you how it works. So here's an assembly with a piston rod that goes up and down at its center. I am going to isolate this shaft to figure out the best possible dimensions for it. So I launch the Optimize ribbon menu, then I define the materials. Next, I define the constraint. In this case, I say that it's a pin constraint. After that, I'm going to apply the force I know this shaft is meant to handle. In simple terms, what that means is I'm telling the software about how this shaft is going to work. Then I'm going to ask the software to come up with the best diameter, length, width, and radius for my design. Now here are the dimensions that are available for me to start experimenting with. So I'm just going to pick a few that I think we should be experimenting with. So what do you say? I think my Centaur is all set, ready to charge. So here it goes. I'm going to let it run. Now you'll notice that it starts to upload the file into the cloud. Once the file is uploaded into the cloud and it's running in the background, you can actually open up a new file and start meshing it or run a stress test on it. That's because Centaur is not using your local machine's CPU to solve the scenarios you just uploaded. Roughly about 80 of them currently in progress right now. It uses the computing horsepower available in a remote server somewhere else, presumably with far more cores than yours or my machine. That leaves your local CPU free to work on something else, like a stress test or a rendering. Once the optimization is done, you get an alert. Then you can pick up the report showing the best possible dimensions for the shaft. Now you can open up all the different scenarios to see which one reduces material, which one meets your target vector of safety, and so on. Now I have but one minor quibble with this early incarnation of Centaur. When the dimensions are displayed, because of the way the arrows all originate from the center of the part, I sometimes have a hard time telling whether I'm picking the radius, length, or hole diameter. But this is something that the next improved version will address, I am told. Centaur's half-desktop, half-cloud setup is a perfect example of how engineering software could and should work in the future. It's consistent with the growing trend of delivering software as a service, the SaaS model as it is often called. This means we can run serious analysis and simulation tests from a standard laptop, or even a netbook, because the local CPU doesn't need to deal with the heavy-duty number crunching. So till next time, this is Kenneth Wong for Desktop Engineering, reporting from the Centaur's layout.